Alright guys, so today I'm going to be analyzing some of the trades I took today, my mistakes, the things I did right, and we are going to be learning from it. So on how I usually start my day in trading is every morning before I open the chart to check what's up, I usually go to forexfactory.com to check if there's any news events coming up that might affect my trade and something like that. And today the first thing I did was go to forexfactory.com. If you're a newbie in trading and you don't know what forexfactory.com is, Forex Factory is a website whereby you check for news events that can affect the forex market. So today I went to the forex market to the forexfactory.com to check for news event today, and I noticed that CPI news is going to be coming by 1:30, and because of that I had that in mind, okay, that this CPI is coming up and might potentially affect my trade or how my trade is going to behave for that day. But then I still made one little mistake. So that mistake that I made is something we are going to be checking now in the market. So I took two trades today. I took one on EURUSD, took that one in loss. Then later in the evening I got an entry on gold x EURUSD, which I'm going to be showing us also how I was able to get that entry. The entry moved up a little bit, some few pips, but then when I noticed that okay, it's already getting late and there's no longer much volatility in the market, I had to exit the trade. Then I'm going to mark a position whereby I'm going to get in by tomorrow morning. So come in with me to the screen, let us do the analysis together, and we can learn one or two from it. So here is the screen on EURUSD. You might want to turn your phone to portrait mode so that you see the charts very well, because I'm going to be putting it on landscape mode. So here is my chart first of all on EURUSD. What I did, I'm going to take, okay, let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame on EURUSD. So this is the 15 minutes time frame on EURUSD. I'm going to be deleting this and I'm going to be taking us back. Where is the replay tool? Okay, so this is the replay tool. I'm going to use the replay tool to take us back to, okay, let us take it back to around, let's say, okay, here. Somewhere here. Wait, what's happening? Damn. Oh, sorry guys, my my replay to subscription has ended and I didn't even know about that. Okay, nevertheless, we are still going to go on to continue to analyze the market together. So let's go back to the early days. So I'm going to use this line. So I'm going to mark up this line from here. Okay, so in the early days of today, when I woke up this morning, I checked EURUSD and this was what I noticed. First of all, when I came to the markets, I noticed this zone. It was matching my strategy, the strategy I usually use. And the strategy I usually use is that price must first of all break out of zones like this, that is liquidity sweep, break a low, which it did here exactly. In fact, it was playing along with my rules. Break a low like this, causing a break of structure, then cause inducement, which is this is inducement here. So let me label them. So liquidity sweep, okay, then here break of structure, then here inducement. That was the first thing I noticed inducement, IDM. So to extend this zone like this, so I marked out this zone and I was observing EURUSD. Then I also came to the 15 minutes time frame and see how price was already coming close to this side. Let me turn on the Asian range session again. So this is the Asian range, and see how price was already coming close to this zone here. So I took an entry here. My initial goal, my initial mindset was that if I take this entry here and price get to this place, I will exit and take another sell. But then having it in mind that CPI is coming up, so I later remove this zone and I stick with this entry here. But the mistake I did was that I put my stop loss a little bit. This was something like this. I think it was this line. I've forgotten the exact entry point, but I'm going to post the screenshot. You're going to see it. I'm going to post the screenshot somewhere. You're going to see this, like the entry. So I took the trade. Let's say something like this. I took my entry here, put my stop loss a little. I guess I used. Let me go to the 5-minute time frame. I think maybe I'll be able to get how I was able to get that stop loss. I've forgotten the exact place I put my stop loss, but it's going to be showed on the screen. I think around 1.5 something like that. So my goal was to target this high, if at all for anything, just target this high and get with a 1 to 3 RR. Or if CPI was already coming close and trade was already in profit a little bit, at least doing 1 to 2 already, my plan was that I'm going to bring my stop loss into this zone for a break even. So my plan was that I was going to bring my stop loss back into this zone. Let me mark it with this, to somewhere here, to this break even. So that means that is if price had already gone in profit before CPI drops. So I was going to bring my stop loss to this zone here, to this zone here, so that whatever CPI does, if CPI decided to go back against me, I know I'm not going to take a loss. I'm just going to close on break even. But if CPI should push the market into my direction, so my goal was that if I was already in profit before then, I was going to target this zone here. But then unfortunately what happened to me was that price took me out because of my tight stop loss. Price took me out. I mean, something like it happens in the market. It took me out. I'm going to post a screenshot. You're going to see it. It took me out, then went ahead straight to the intended direction during the CPI news. So when the CPI dropped, CPI came out and pushed the market upward into this direction, giving the trade currently at in fact, if I had taken this trade, it would have given me sweet 1 to 9 rates to reward entry, which is very, very good, which will have covered me up for this week. I don't know the amount of trade I want to take this week. I don't know the amount of SL I'm going to take this week. I'm still going to come out profitable. But then unfortunately that happened. Then I accepted that one, that it has gone. Then later in the evening, I was still observing gold because I had some setup on gold that I've been watching on gold. So on gold, let's start from the higher time frame. So on gold, initially there was this zone here. Yesterday I shared it with my community. So for those of you that are in my community, are going to see it why I mark out this. So I had this zone on gold. Why? Because of it still follows my, see, the one thing about trading, if you follow your rule, you're not going to beat yourself, you're not going to be bothered, even if you take an L, even if you take a loss. So you just become, just compensate yourself that okay, you actually followed your rule. So it followed my rule again. There was a break of structure here. There was an inducement here. Clean setup, right? There was a sweet liquidity sweep around here. Liquidity sweep. I say liquidity sweep. What was I saying? So it was looking all good. Let me label it. Yeah. Break of structure. Here. Inducement. That was yesterday. Inducement somewhere here. Then here. Sweet liquidity sweep. So I set my entry on this zone. Price came there, played a little bit. I was rejoicing. In fact, I shared a screenshot on my this thing that so the sniper entry. I was really happy that oh, this trade is really going at a profit. Only for market to go up, came down, and cleared us out. But then that was not an issue. I have another zone because I have different entry models. So I had this zone also, which is the breaker block here on the 1 hour time frame. So I said, okay, today I was going to take the trade from this zone from here, and that was exactly what I did here. I'm going to also post the screenshot, you're going to be seeing it. So I took the trade here, this one on gold, and because I am not the type of trader that usually leave trade overnight, I don't know, for some reason I had to close that trade. Why? Because I was looking to, so the trade triggered, it tapped in and was already going in profit. So when I see that I've recovered the amount I lost on EURUSD this morning, so leaving me at break even for today, so I closed the trade on gold. So the reason why I closed it was because I want to enter at a much more refined entry zone on gold. So this is the zone I'm looking at for on gold. So seeing that gold has already tapped into our zone, into our entry zone, but then following my entry model again. So after tapping into the breaker block, I noticed this zone on gold here. So this is the signal for tomorrow. I noticed this entry on gold here. What is this place? Liquidity sweep. Let's mark it out. Let's follow. Liquidity sweep. Right? Was there a break of structure? Yes, there is. A little bit, even though if you know it no break out with the body. This did not exactly break out with the body, because a break of structure is supposed to break out with a full body. But then I'll still count it. At least I still, some of my confluences are still in place, and so far the price had really tapped a higher time frame entry zone. That was why I'm still considering this zone, so making it still valid. So this zone, I'll take it to be my break of structure here. Then I'm going to mark out this other block here. So that was why I closed the trade, and hoping that tomorrow morning, today being 12th of August 2025, so tomorrow being 13th of August 2025, I'll be looking to enter gold at this zone again, somewhere here, put my SL here and target this final high, hence giving me a much more refined and sweet entry. That's 1 to 8 RR. So that's how you can make a huge profit on your trade. So you have to go to the higher time frame, do what we call the top down analysis. Once price has tapped your entry points on the higher time frame, you come to the smaller time frame, mark out a zone and ride the trade in direction of the higher time frame movements. So that's it on gold. So for tomorrow now, this is where I'll be looking to take my entry on gold and target that zone for a 1 to 8 RR on gold. So you see today did not really end bad for me, even though yesterday I closed in loss. So I'm still in a -1 RR entry. So you see the importance of risk management in your trade. So when you're targeting higher risk, so if by tomorrow now this trade triggers and takes me in profit and hit my take profit, I just know that I've gained 7 RR for today. So we have how many days left for the remaining week? That tomorrow Wednesday, we have Thursday and Friday, just 2 days. Even if I take 2 trades tomorrow and I lose 2 trades, that's peradventure. If I take 2 trades and I lose, let's say I take 3 trades and I lose 3 trades tomorrow, I'll still come out with 3 RR profits for tomorrow. So that's it, guys. The video is already getting long, so that's it for today, and that was how my day went for. So if you want to learn more about this, and you care about my mentorships, you can DM me on my WhatsApp 0813375741. I'm going to post the link, or you click the link to join my free Telegram group where I do share signals all the time, so you can take advantage of those signals. And if you want to subscribe to my mentorship, you can just DM me and we'll talk about that, where I teach you everything about trading from beginning to end, from A to Z, everything you need to understand about trading. So that's it, guys. Peace. Oh guys, I forgot something. So I already stopped the video. I had to start the video again. So I forgot something. So I have a zone also that I'm looking out for on EURUSD. Now on EURUSD, using my same entry model, very sweet clean entry model. So on EURUSD, I have this zone already here, this other block zone, And of course, we already seen our break of structure here, this zone here. Let me delete this. So we already have our break of structure here on Euro USD, and we have our liquidity sweep here already. Everything in place, and we have the sweet inducements here. Very clean, very clean, very clean, very clean. Everything looking perfect, everything looking sharp, everything looking good. Let me delete this. So everything looking good on Euro USD. So I'm expecting Euro USD to come down to this zone here at around 1.16077 here. So I'm going to take my entry on Euro USD, put my stop loss here, down here. So this other block has been, triggered. So price will have no reason to want to come down to this place again. Because that other block has been tapped. So to just give my market, my trade a little bit of breathing space, I'm going to put my SL at 1.1598. Then I'm going to target the high where the whole this thing started from here for a 1 to 9 RR on Euro USD tomorrow, being Wednesday 12th of August 2025. So that's it, guys. Peace.